Good afternoon, Swirly Nation, and welcome back to the CCM Motown World Invite, live from Detroit, Michigan. When you look at all of the divisions, all of the teams, I bet you there's 400 or so teams in Detroit right now, all vying for the crown of Motown champion. Today, we're excited to bring you the final game in Pool C play for your Pens Elite. As this 110 matchup will see your Pittsburgh Penguins Elite and Fox Motors. So yes, Fox Motors and your Pittsburgh Penguins Elite. We are live from the big barn here at Big Boy Arena. The priority rink, the arena. I'd say probably 30, maybe 5,000 seats. 4,000 to 5,000 seat facility. We expect a capacity crowd here for this one. There's enough love in this arena to fill up every seat, that's for sure. It'll be Cameron Evans stepping to the dot to take the opening face-off for the Penguins. Your starting lineup brought to you by the training table at the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex. Chef Jeff and his staff, always ready and willing to serve up all the fine cuisine for you to fulfill your diet, your and your child's dietary needs. In net, William Henner. On defense, 34 Rylan Ofterhide and 90 Tino Villela. The forwards were quick shift there, 30 seconds in. Left wing, Cruz Armstrong. Right wing, Luca Filiaggi. And the center, Cameron Evans. Shot in from the point, fended off by Sproul. And it'll be Real flying up the right wing side. He's gotten loose quite a few times as a defenseman crashes in to his own goaltender, pokes the puck free, and it will be a goal for the Penguins. As the Pens shot came off the stick of Real, it was stopped by the goaltender, picked up by the defenseman. The defenseman backed into his own netminder and put the puck in. An own goal on Fox Motors. Probably credited maybe to Sproul if he touched it, or Real. He took the initial shot, and the Pens lead 1-0. Real waves his hand, saying he touched it. So, according to Sproul, he's the goal scorer. Face-off won by Fox Motors. There's a battle in front of the Penguins bench. And it looks like Coach Shoup took a stick up high. Penguins will be without defenseman Dalton Julius. In this one, he's out with a shoulder. Into the zone comes Starzy. Starzy carries up the left wing side. We're taking a look at Coach Shoup here. Sproul winds and fires again. Villela still on the Villela back on the ice as Starr fires one in on net, but it's blocked. And back comes Fox Motors on a breakaway. There's Hanner making a big save early in this one. Sorry, a couple disjointed things as we try to figure out lines and who's where. And we got Coach Shub taking a stick. He seems to be okay. He's back on the bench. He might be missing a tooth, or he's certainly not missing any hair. That beautiful coif on top of the head of Coach Shub. D-to-D pass. Fox Motors stepping in. Shot low. Nice save by the handman as it's Carter trying to escape the defensive zone. Can't do so. But the Fox Motors team will carry it out the center on their own. Villela with some pressure as the puck's dumped in. It'll be Starr. Rimmed around. Past Paris. Sent back in. Reversing for Shub to Carter. Carter will ice it, and the Pens will get a line change. Defensive zone draw coming for the Penguins. Evans wins it to Merlot. He'll stop and reverse to the stick of Armstrong. He tries to wedge it forward. That pass is picked off, and it's gathered in by Filiaggi, who by himself winds through center ice. Drives wide, gets his head up, cuts back into the middle. No one was able to join the rush. Two of the Penguins forwards down behind the play. They do now. As it's cleared all the way out by Fox Motors. No icing, and it'll be Merlot, the first one there. Penguins with 5D right now, so we'll see some different defensive pairs. It's Merlot and Ofterhout. Driving the net, Fox Motors. Puck tipped over the crease, collected in by Fox. Pass picked off by Ofterhide, gathered in by Armstrong. He'll move it, and he will. Right to Evans. Evans blazes to the outside. He's got Filiaggi with him. He drops it for him. Filiaggi will peel up. Look. Pens at the end of their shift as we'll get the Woo line out. Evans and Filiaggi, great job to get it deep and get a change. The Penguins' defense here, an awesome job at keeping it in the zone. Fox Motors back to the puck, pressured immediately by Woo. Woo in the corner, nudges it back, looking for Reel and Kaminsky. Fox Motors will win that battle and get it out the center, but not get control as it'll be Starr picking it up in his own end. He'll fly through centers. Fox Motors literally had 8 guys on the ice right there. Right there as they changed 5, but got away with that one. There were still 3 kids inside the dots, hustling to the ice as the Pens flew up the ice. Kaminsky looks for Woo. It bounces off of Woo, hits a defenseman, and Woo's going to head to the box for a trip. As he waves at the puck, he catches some feet. And the Penguins are going to head to the penalty kill here, up 1-0. A goal that went off of Fox Motors, we believe last touched by William Sproul. Austin Woo will head to the box for a minute and a half penalties, 14-minute periods. It'll be a defensive zone draw for the Pens. Austin Woo receives an explanation from the official. Great job there by the referee. Reel takes the face-off, blasts it back to the wall. It'll be Ofter. Ofter for Sproul. Sproul unable to clear the zone, but Fox Motors will do it on their own in second. Face-off will be at center ice for Sproul. Tying up some Fox Motors players, they'll ultimately come away with it. Sproul on the puck pressure, breaks up the break-in. A second attempt, they pop free. Coming wide, shooting one into the glove of Hanner. And the Pens will change their PK. Shub, the Carter twins, Shub and Carter, onto the ice with Kaminsky and Merlot. Face-off won by Carter. Center pass by Fox Motors as they skip one wide of the net. Kaminsky hustles to it. Great hustle there. Gets it to Shub. Shub clears it out through center. It bounces over the Fox Motor defenseman, so they won't get an ice. As it comes free to Shub, his centering pass hops over the stick of Carter. Some short-handed pressure here by these two. Fox Motors comes through the neutral zone. Into the Penguins' end on the power play, a drop pass there. They'll dump it into the corner. It's picked up behind the net. Merlot challenges there. Coming out from the side, great pass. Block shot by Kaminsky. That kid eats pucks for breakfast. I saw him do it this morning. Those might have been chocolate waffles, but I don't know. Looked like pucks to me. A shot blocking machine as the Penguins are going to get another penalty here. Wu comes out now. The Pens need to touch up, and they're going to be back on the PK. We've got a cross-check coming on Kaminsky. He was just talking about setting a personal record of games with no penalties. I think he had 2 more to go. We'll start that streak again in the quarterfinals. It'll be Evans and Paris with Villela and Starr, the PK. Minute and a half for cross-checking on Kaminsky. Pens still lead 1-0. 7:30 to play here. As the shot sent wide by the defense. Fox Motors unable to get control, and Paris and Evans are in. And Evans is about 2 feet off sides. Paris will take the draw. It'll be won by Villela. He taps it over to the wall. Evans will get there, and he'll shovel one deep into the Fox Motors end, using the glass to get it deeper. And Fox Motors will try to come all the way up from their own end. Evans now with the puck pressures. He switches with Paris on the forecheck. Starr gets to it. He'll loft it back into the Fox Motors zone. Evans will be in on the forecheck. 53 seconds left on the penalty kill. Evans breaks up the pass. And he'll be back on the puck. Armstrong joins him on the forecheck as Fox Motors comes in 2-on-1 now. Armstrong will swoop in and pick up the rebound after the great save by Hanner. And Armstrong will forecheck again. Down to the ice goes a Fox Motor forward. And they'll pick it up behind their own net and try to run the breakout. 20 seconds left on the PK. As Filiaggi joins Armstrong out there. In offsides on the left wing was Mitchell for Fox Motor. And 88 seconds left. Sorry, 12 seconds left on 88's penalty. 6:15 to play. Hey, this is my 6th game in like 24 hours, folks. Oh, I am tired. Rimmed around for Armstrong. It bounces over his stick. Penalty expires. Kaminsky on the ice. He'll fly across the ice, and they'll release the Kraken. I mean the Evans off of the bench. Filiaggi drives into the zone, dumps it deep, and it'll be Evans and Filiaggi going after the puck. Fox Motors breaks it up the left side. That pass deflected in front. It'll be Reel getting control. Reel breaks up ice. Carries to the outside. Tries to pass one. Maybe a step too late there with that one. But he'll stay with the play as he always does. Get control to Filiaggi. Now Reel drives the net. Filiaggi tries back for him as that skips wide of the cage. It'll be Evans faking one way, picking it up, driving behind the net. Stopping. It's taken off of his stick, but right to Filiaggi, who tries to center. It's off the side of the cage. Reel there on the pressure. Forechecking. It'll be Fox Motors coming away with it. Starr gets there. Ultimately, it'll be Evans at center. He's at the end of a shift, so he'll fire it over to Sproul. Sproul will wind it into the Fox Motors end. They'll get Wu onto the ice for the Pens. Jumped in by Fox Motors. Far enough for ice. They call it even before. It's like a split second before it got there. That was a close one. 19 of you so far here on the broadcast right now. I think our high water mark 23. Thanks for joining us on Cinnamon Swirl TV. Make sure you subscribe below, subscribe below, subscribe below. It's not hard. Click the subscribe button. We've upped it. We got 418 of you as the Penn Center one. It gets past Kaminsky, though. And back come Fox Motors. A beautiful feed on a 2-on-1. And they tie the game at 1. They have attacked the Penguins' defense up ice, creating a number of 2-on-1s. And this one they're able to pot. And it's a 1-1 game. Carter on the faceoff. Harris will dig the puck out. Banks it off the boards, carries into the offensive zone. It's reversed right back out by Fox Motors. The Penguins have had the puck more, but I don't know they've had more chances. Now the official in the way with Ofter. It happens, folks. They're part of the rink. Players got to avoid them. It'll be Shub carrying it through center. He's got Carter, but he feeds it well behind him right to a Fox Motor forward who flies up the outside. Right wing corner it goes. They'll look to wrap around. It'll be Carter digging it out, getting it to Ofteride, right back to Carter, and Carter will send it to Paris. Paris through center to Shub. Knocked off Shub's stick, and back comes Fox Motors with a nice tap breakout. Forced to the outside by Evans, shot blocked by Kaminsky. Now it's to Shub. Shub doesn't get rid of it there. I don't know if that got chewed up. It'll ultimately come down the ice. Evans will get there. He tries to send it all the way across for Filiaggi. That's cut off by a Fox Motor player, but chipped back into the offensive zone by Starr. Backhanded high into the air, into the corner by Fox Motors as they'll dump and change. Starr. Up ice to Filiaggi. Filiaggi finds Evans. Evans finds a poke check, but he'll stay with the puck and he carries it into the offensive zone. 3-on-2 develops. Cuts to the middle and lasers one high blocker side. Rebound in front. Kicked around. Battle in front. Cruz Armstrong just crunching the net. And he will be dumped over the goaltender. And there's going to be, I think, they're going to call 2 penalties. It looks like Armstrong's going to go off, as is a Fox Motor defenseman, for hitting him over the goalie. So Cruz gets 2 minutes for getting hit into the goalie, and the other player is going to get, a minute and a half, and the other player is going to get a minute and a half for doing it. So it'll stay 5-on-5. Evans and Filiaggi will be joined by Reel. The players will be out at 1:19. Evans wins it back to Kaminsky. Kaminsky pops it into the half wall for Reel. Reel tries to go all the way across to Filiaggi and almost got it there. Just got a stick in the way of the Fox Motor defense. Evans leaves it for Filiaggi. Filiaggi reverses back to Evans. Evans backhands it towards Filiaggi again. They're playing a little bit of hot potato here. Nobody can get good grip on the puck. Finally, it'll be Filiaggi. He tries to tap it through, and Fox Motors will counterattack. Now Evans will pick it up at center. Winding up, cutting back in front. Carries to the middle, drives into the offensive zone. Dangles one, taps it in, and it's stopped, and it's not covered, but they'll get the whistle anyway. Referee explaining the alignment rules here. on the face-off, and a number of players ignoring them, as usually happens. Face-off won by Wu into the corner. Oh, battle. Sproul digs. Wu digs. Fox Motors comes away with it. Sending it up ice. David Merlot pressuring to the outside, leaving a pass as Fox Motors. It comes in and Starzy gloves it down, tips it up the wall looking for Real. He was just in front of the pass and couldn't get free. Real is out at center now. Fox Motors tries to get it in the zone. Wu waves at it. Now Fox Motors ends up with the puck. Defensive point. Firing it across the ice. That gets the whole way through. As they lift one in on Hanner, it goes wide. Shot from the corner. Wu will pick it up. Leaves it for Merlot. Merlot taps it to Wu. Wu all the way across for Real. Real cuts back to the middle. Dangles one. A great stick on puck by the Fox defender to break up that play at the last possible second as Real was ready to blast that one by. Real stays in the play, just battling for the puck. He's pushed from behind, no call. As Fox Motors will come away with it. Pressured by Villela, and Wu swoops in to take control. He's got Paris. New fresh legs on the ice for the Pens. Paris loses possession, and Fox Motors will bang it off the boards, and it'll be Starr and the Penguins. Starr looks up, has Shoot. Banks it off the wall, great pass to Carter. Picked up by Carter, flies into the offensive zone, cuts back to the middle, sliding pad save by the goaltender. He's had a couple of those where the Pens have got in tight, and he's a great job of closing that 5-hole down. He did it on Evans, he did it on Carter there. It'll be Fox Motors hammering it all the way back. As the horn sounds, a bit of a disjointed first period for the Pens. Just some weaving and oddities. Players have pucks bouncing around a little bit out there. Fox Motors was able to tie it on that 2-on-1. Fox Motors seems to be kind of looking to counterattack there. They're going to pressure the Penguins' point man. If you've watched the Penguins in the last few games, they use their points very well. It's going to be something, the points are very active. They'll engage. And so it's going to be something the Pens will have to keep an eye on. Fox Motors in red today. Red jerseys with a circular logo and an outline of a fox on the chest. Red pants and red, white, and blue socks. They all wear white lids. Your Penguins in the reverse retro whites. Pittsburgh diagonal across the chest. The black pants with gold stripes. The white socks with black and gold stripes. And the iconic gold Pens Elite helmets. The Pens will deploy Carter, Paris, and Shue with Kaminsky and Merlot on defense. Face-off won by Fox Motors. They'll try to enter the Penguins zone. To do so, they got to get through Kaminsky. Not a task easier said than done as the Penguins turn it back the other way. A D-to-D play for Fox Motors. Carter breaks up the zone entry. Flips it back to the middle, and the Pens gain the offensive end. It'll be Kaminsky chasing after. Now Carter. Fox Motors gets control, and they'll control break out on the right side. Merlot breaks it up at the Penguins' blue line. There's Carter with that forecheck pressure again. Out of the net comes the goaltender to set up his defense. Carter pushing, shoving. As Fox Motors is able to tip it past Shube and come out. They'll enter the zone, 2-on-4 here. Fancy move to the corner, rimmed back to the point as they again changed like 6 guys at a time, I think. A tap pass back will end up on the stick of Shube. He'll fire it cross ice, and he's got Evans. Can Evans get by? A one-on-one attempt there, diving to the ice to make the stop as a defenseman. And getting behind the Pens defense is a Fox Motor forward who fires it to the glove hand side of Hanner, who makes the save. "22 of you live. Thanks for joining us here on Cinnamon Swirl TV. Subscribe below. Let's get, if you are a subscriber, text a friend. Tell them to tune in, watch your favorite hockey player play, and hit the subscribe button as the Penguins will ice the puck. We're going to take a look here. Face off in the Penguin zone. Back to the point it comes. Deflected high and over the cage by a Pens defense. Jake Starr battling in behind. Fox Motors able to center one. They send one careening over top of the net. Evans breaks the puck up to the corner for Starr. Starr will carry it out to the right-hand side. Starr pressured there. Puck taken from him. A bounce back in front. Kaminsky clears it, but no further than the forward, where Filiaggi will take over. Evans will skate into the puck. He's around one, a 2-on-1 with Armstrong. Developed. He fires it in its glove hand side, and that glove has been there for the Fox goalie. Pens will get an offensive zone face-off here. Period number 2 tied at 1. Wu battling in the corner, Reel there in support. It'll be Wu coming away with it. Merlot gets it at the point. He whips it into the Fox zone, dumping it back out off the official. Ofteride swooping to the puck, fires it cross ice, right to a streaking Sproul, who's got Wu, and he'll take the shot. He's got a heck of a shot. That one just misses high blocker side. That missed shot will work as a bit of a breakout for Fox Motors. And the Pens defense under immediate pressure from Fox Motors. He'll carry it all the way out to center. And he tries to fire across ice. Reel gets in the way. And that player went straight for Reel as the puck bounced by, initiating some contact there. The Pens keep it out of their end. It's Starr getting it to Wu. Wu will drive to the middle. 3 Fox Motors players converge on him as the puck works its way into the corner. Rimmed around, it's Starr. Starr gets to it. He's bumped. Leaves the puck for Wu. Wu. Cross ice, Sproul. Sproul winding, firing, and it misses just short side again. Starr keeps it in again. He'll cut to the middle this time. Dangling 1-2. He's crushed. He's just hacked from behind. On the knees, no call. As the Pens push it over the line, it is clearly in the net, and the referee right there says no goal. The goaltender pulling the puck out of the net. From this angle, it looked in. The referee right on the line, though, so I have to assume he saw it stay out. Or at least did not see it go in. 6:56 to play. That's Starr having a great offensive shift there from the blue line. Back comes Fox Motors. They'll dump it into the Pens end behind Hanner. Merlot will get it, and he banks it off the boards. A nice breakout lead for Carter Shue. Sweeping to the puck. He's bodied into the official. Puck played back out to center. Merlot gets there. He'll delay. Wait for his teammates to get on side, and they'll dump it in. Banked off the wall and past Merlot out to center. Kaminsky gives chase. Brennan will get there, but he's cut in front of it. Centering pass Tipped right by Merlot and out of the zone. That streaking Fox Motor forward almost with a 10-bell chance there. They'll dump it back in the Penn's end. They'll go for a full line change. Apparently Fox Motors does not open doors because all the players jumping over the boards to get on and off the ice. Merlot with the puck at center. Turns. He's knocked to the ice. And Fox Motors will get in there to pressure. Filiaggi to the top. Up to the blue line, kept in by Fox Motors. A centering pass cut off by Carter, and he gets a dump and change on a 1-on-2. That's Filiaggi will engage on the forecheck. Filiaggi still on the puck. Now Evans follows on. It comes off high off of Armstrong. And back comes Fox Motors. Pass opposite side. Shot comes in. Pad save Hanner. Cleared by Ofterheide. He'll rim it around. It's cut off and sent back in on the Penguins' net. Fox Motors sends it all the way towards the point. It rolls all the way by. And it'll be Armstrong and Filiaggi on the forecheck here. Two players going in after it. The pressure forces the turnover to Evans. Spinning with it. Possessing it. On the half wall. Can he maintain possession? He's going to get help from Filiaggi. Now Armstrong there as the Penguins come away with it. It's Armstrong. He sends it D to D. Wide open is Stark. He'll shoot one and it's wide of the cage. Evans looking for a deflection at the side as Villela pinches down. Leaves it for Filiaggi, but back comes Fox Motors, that opposite side wing. Sneaking out there again. Great read. That's how they've generated their offense so far. It'll be Filiaggi now. Evans and Armstrong running into each other. Filiaggi into the offensive zone, shoots one high and wide. Fox Motors dangles right across the blue line and gets in on sides. It'll be Starr with a bump and it's swipe as Reel bounces off of his stick. He'll scoop it up and go in. Defender falls. He's got Wu. He'll send it across. And Wu, I think it went off the stick back in front for Sproul to get a shot. Now Reel whacks it towards the net. That's blocked and it's cleared by Fox Motors and they survive. Penguins get possession. It's Wu into the offensive zone he goes. He's cut off, sends it back in front. Looking for Sproul, kept at the blue line by Merlot. Now Wu. Wu looking. Reel has it there, backside. Sproul pushes it just wide of the cage. It's been chance after chance here lately for the Penguins. No icing as the Pens send it in and get a change. These kids have some mitts on this Fox Motors team. That shot blocked by by Ofterheide. Able to be worked out by Shub up for Parrish. Parrish pokes it by, chases it down. Two players down. Shuby will follow on with the puck. He's hauled down, whacked with a stick, and then yanked down to the ice. Ofterheide to the puck. Parrish will get there. He disrupts the breakout attempt, gets it to Carter. Carter back to Parrish. Parrish driving towards the middle, tries short side. That's no good, and out comes Fox Motors through center. Fox Motors will dump and change. As Parrish comes up the ice, cross ice feed, gets it to shoot. Penguins with a rush here. Centering pass well behind Parrish. And Fox Motors will break it out. Evans gets in. His puck pressure able to dislodge the puck at first, but it ends up back on the stick of Starr, who sends it all the way across off of Shub. Shub will dump it off of Filiaggi. Maybe in Filiaggi's, or maybe went into the bench. Yep, it did. Neutral zone face-off coming. Evans steps to the dot, wins the draw. Armstrong steps into it. He's hauled down. Filiaggi gets control, knocked off of his stick. Penguins bump into an official again. They're able to clear it. Starr out the center, where Fox Motors will try to break the puck in. Armstrong with the pressure. Kaminsky will get the puck over the red line and dump it in. It'll be Filiaggi on the forecheck. Filiaggi wreaking havoc as Armstrong gets inside. He's able to force it back to Kaminsky. He shoots one. It's blocked out front, and this is numbers coming back for Fox Motors. Blocking the Kaminsky shot and driving around Kaminsky. He hauls a player to the ice, and the Penguins get away with one. The officials have put their whistles away in this one. Evans finds Armstrong. Armstrong going onside. He's got Starr going to the net, throws it there. And that pass off pads just skips over Starr, who will get possession in the corner. It's popped over to the opposite boards where Evans will pressure, and it's ripped out to center off the stick of Ofterhide. Gathered by Filiaggi. Starr will drive the offensive zone. He'll rip one, glove side. It's stopped and ultimately covered. 3:22 to play, period 2. Pens Pens are tied 1-1 with Fox Motors. Your Penguins, Jack Reed, set to take the faceoff. Popped into the corner, where it's rimmed around for Sproul. Puck comes free to Villela. Villela shoots one, it's off reel. And back comes Fox Motors. Out to center where Merlot will chase the puck down. He tried to go indirect to Wu. It's turned back by the Foxes. Merlot tries to lift it out to center. Pens with two players just circling around at center ice trying to spring one. As it'll be Sproul breaking free this time, and it's Wu behind the net. Dumped all the way down by Fox Motors. It's icing if it's far enough, and it is. Looks like the Pens are going to get a change here. It'll be Starr in the corner. He's been active out there all game. It'll be Paris picking it up, centering one, skips free all the way to Kaminsky. Kaminsky fires one on net, blocked out front, whacked behind the cage by Fox, and it's Starr coming down from the point to keep it in and keep the pressure. They'll reverse by Carter. Starr cuts in front to keep it in again. Paris will battle. Comes out the center where it'll be Shub. Shub looks up, dangles one, and flips it over to Carter. A bit of a bouncing puck comes off the boards, and it's still out at center now. Waving at it there. Paris able to get possession. Kaminsky. And it'll be Kaminsky the second. Fans on the pass a bit, but it is effective enough to get up ice. Carter Shub, player sitting on Shuby's stick right now, who ends up handing it to him. That's some sportsmanship that pro hockey coaches probably wouldn't love. So it'll be Kaminsky in behind the net. Popping it up for Paris. Paris sends it all the way across to Shub. Shub will dump, and the Pens will get a change. 5 new unit. A 5-man unit flies out onto the ice, led by Evans on the forecheck. His pressure freed it up just past the stick of a breaking Armstrong. Driving wide is Fox Motors. They push one off the side of the net. Gathered in by Ofterhide up for Armstrong. Right to Fox Motors. And Ofterhide will follow on. He takes a bit of a whack. Now it's Filiaggi and Armstrong. Armstrong in on side. Tries to center one. That's behind Evans. And it'll be an offside play. Evans will step to the face. Whacks it over to Filiaggi, who drives in, gets free and fires one. It's high over the cage. Evans, the first one there, ties up a man, frees it for Armstrong. He tries to jump it back to Evans, and it'll be Filiaggi battling. He's working hard down there. Filiaggi and Armstrong, now Evans. Evans comes back to the middle, taps it through. Filiaggi tries to follow on. Back to the point. Villela now kept by Evans. He was trying for Armstrong. Comes out to center, where Evans will dump it in, and Filiaggi gives chase. Unable to get there, and it's still one. Welcome back here to the big rink at Big Boy Arena. We give a special shout out, a bunch of Team Nana Visa piled in to support Team Conway here. They're headed to the quarterfinals later this afternoon. Fox Motors gains the zone. Penguins battling on the wall. It'll be Sproul getting it out. Looking for Real at center, and it's an icing on the Pens. Pens will get an early line change here in the third. We'll get Carter, Paris, and Schubert. Face off one by Fox Motors. They'll shoot one in. It skips wide of Hanner. Bounces right back out to the other side. And now Fox Motors controls it. They'll bring it back to the point. D-to-D play. Open from the point. They'll put it back in the corner. Good pressure there by Schub. It's cleared up. And ultimately batted around, and it'll be Starr coming free. Starr able to get it to center. He stick lifted there. Villela will get to the puck, but it's Fox Motors stepping away, getting in on Hanner. Hanner takes a bit of a whack there. No worse for wear. And it'll be a D-zone draw. The bench boys here in attendance, YouTube superstars, the bench boys. Looks like we're getting a penalty here on Fox Motors. It'll be 87. He's getting it called for the whack on Hanner's glove. Quite frankly, it's the same call the Penguins had earlier on them. It'll be Evans. Filiaggi and Armstrong on the power. Knocked in behind the Fox Motors net where Filiaggi will get the stick knocked out of his hands. He'll play soccer in the corner. His brother, great soccer player. His dad, well, mediocre. And the Pens are able to work it out to Starr at the point. Left for Osterheide. Kicked up out of the zone. And it's a short-handed chance coming for Fox Motors in the zone. Starr there to defend. Numbers. Off the back of Evans, and he'll have to regroup at center. Starr hits Evans in the derriere, and Evans will gain the zone. Driving around to the outside, it's Evans. Puck knocked off of his stick. Picked up there by Star. Evans will follow on, but Fox Motors will send it all the way down its ice. And they'll have about 34 seconds remaining here on the power play. The Sir Pizza power play. It'll be Woo on the dot. Centering Real, Sproul. And on the points, it's Kaminsky and Merlot. 30 seconds left on the power play for the Pens as Kaminsky gets to the puck. Drives in, centers one. Woo skips one in on net. Kept out. Sproul behind the cage. Kicks at the puck. Looking for Woo. Ultimately freed up to Merlot. And finally, Fox Motors gets it out to center. It'll be Fox Motors lofting it all the way down. Icing if it's far enough. They say no icing. Merlot will battle in the corner, and he's going to head off. We'll get no icing, but we get a penalty on Merlot. It'll be Carter and Carter, the Carter twins, Carter and Shub, the penalty killers for the Pens. Minute and 30 of power play time coming for Fox Motors. A minute 50 in penalty times going on the clock, but 2 Penguins are in the box. So it looks like he's getting a 1.5 and a 10-minute misconduct, so that'll be the game for Merlot. On the face-off, back to the point, working it in, blocked by Villela. Comes back to the point again. Shot skips wide, hammered at the net. Shot sent wide. It's all Fox Motors right now on the power play. Shub gets there with some pressure. Ofterhide battling. It's ultimately tipped to him by Carter. And Ofterhide clears it up off of the referee. And back comes Fox Motors. It's a 2-on-1. 3 Penguins well up ice. As Villela breaks up an awesome chance, but it's still Fox Motors' puck. Penguins collapse the house and break it up. Ofterhide kicks it behind, and it'll be Villela getting it. Banking it off the boards, looking for Shub. Shub finds Carter. Carter's got to get that red line and get it deep. He does. Both things. Great play by Brody Carter. The Penguins get a line change. Harris and Shub. Or I'm sorry, Filiaggi and Paris. Holy heavens. Nonetheless, Kaminsky and Star on the back end of the shot skips wide of the Penguins' net. 21 seconds left on the penalty to Merlot. Being served by Armstrong. I believe he's got a 1.5 and a 10. Filiaggi with great puck pressure. Gets control. He'll wrap it all the way across for Paris. It's off the boards. Armstrong comes out of the box. Penalty over. Filiaggi on the ice. Now Evans pressures. Around him goes Fox Motors, and they'll keep it in at the blue line. Evans with the pressure, forcing it to Star. Star banks it off the boards, but right to Fox Motors. Star will battle on the wall. And he'll come back out to the point man. Filiaggi pressures that. Centering pass. Pops free. It's the great long stick of Real getting in the way. And he's able to pop it past, but not all the way down the ice. Fox Motors regains the offensive zone. That shot sails wide of the glove of Hanner. It'll be Star. Won't be denied to get the puck out. It'll be Evans banking into Real. Real can't get control, and it's Fox Motors back the other way. Sat in his feet a bit. Kaminsky with a nice play there. Ultimately, it'll be Fox Motors popping up and getting free. Filiaggi has Real, and Real is loose into the offensive zone on a breakaway. Jack Real goes to the backhand, and he's denied by the pad. A beautiful 10-bell save. It'll be Villela to Alderide to Evans. Can Evans get cut in front? He does, and he'll wrist one right into the chest. And Sproul with a whack at it. Will he go? He will not. A great breakaway chance for Real. Stopped by the pad, then Evans cutting to the middle, and that shot stopped as well. 8:19 to play, third period of a 1-1 game. Exciting one here from Big Boy Arena. Ball strong. Sproul will step in now. Gets it to Wu. Wu back to Villela. Villela shoots one. That's kicked out. Great save by Fox Motor. Fire it up into the offensive zone, and it'll be around Villela. Stopping, twisting, turning. Wu gets there. Wu behind his own net. Kicks it to his skate. Tries to clear it. It's cut off by Fox Motors. As Alderide able to dislodge it, but now it's free to Villela. Centering pass back to the point. Skips in. Rebound tipped out. Second, third chance. Sits on the side of the net, and it's ultimately cleared by the Pens, but not out. More work to do here for Pittsburgh. It's Fox Motors with a 10-bell chance. Alderide tips it up, and Sproul able to just get it to center, where Real's going to skate into it. Cut to the outside. He's in a second time. And a beautiful save there. And David Sproul punches him in the head, and I think he's going to head to the box. Or no penalty. They're just pointing to the faceoff dot. Good heavens, thankful for that. Thankful for that. He took enough of a beating. He should get away with a little bit of a pushback. An exciting 1-1 game here. Carter takes the draw. It's controlled by Fox Motors, rimmed around behind. Takes an odd bounce off the dasher board. It'll be a clear out for the Penguins. As they drive back in, there's for the shot. Wrapping it around, he sends it off the goaltender. Carter's shoe ended up in the net, but not the puck. Kaminsky sends it back to the blue line. Fox will turn it back the other way, and there's Jake Stark. He's had a day. I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up in the net. Cuts to the middle, dangles one, puts it backside, and it just doesn't get through. Carter Shoup sends it into the Fox Motor zone, and he keeps it the first time. It'll come free to Stark. He's been a man possessed in this one. He'll dump it deep and let the Penguins go to work. Harris frees it up for Shoup. Shoup off of a skate picked up by Fox Motors and sent just past the glove of Starr. Kaminsky will skate to it. He gets control. He banks it off the boards. And it's dangled through, sent backside. There's Hanner with the blocker once. Back to the point it comes. D-to-D play. Backhander around Shoup, sent to the corner again. It's popped up but not out. Kicked at. Picked up by Parrish. Parrish flings it up ice. Can Evans be the one to get there? No, he won't. It'll be the defenseman for Fox Motors, but Evans there on the pressure. Armstrong blazing into the offensive zone. His pressure frees it up behind the net. He'll chase it down. Hammered behind the net. Two players coming together there. No call either way. Armstrong looked to initiate the physicality, but they've let a lot go as into the zone comes Fox Motors. Villela, great angle job there to take it wide. Puck left. Fox Motors dangling Evans into battle. Freed up by Villela. Great stick lift there as Fox Motors maintains possession, and ultimately it comes to Filiaggi. He comes up ice. It's 1-on-2. Tries to cut to the middle. Will carry it to the outside instead. Possesses in the corner. Takes a bit of a bump. Armstrong comes free. Fires one towards the net. Reel in after it. Fox Motors trying to send one and will. But there's Kaminsky on the coverage for the Pens defense. As Fox will throw it in behind. Still 5 minutes left. It feels like there's 30 seconds left for the last 4 minutes of this game. Chance after chance after chance. Next goal, huge here. Might be the difference as Wu battles in the Penguins defensive end. Fox comes away with it. Kick it back into the corner for Wu. Wu kicks it forward. And it'll be Kaminsky getting it. Sandwiched by two Fox Motors players, able to get it out. It's a 3-on-2 for the Pens. Filiaggi cuts to the middle, fires one in on net, and it's covered up. Wu, Reel, Sproul, Ofteride, and Balella, the 5 for the Pens. Off, rimmed around by Fox Motors as they escape their own end and drive into the Penguins zone where Villela cuts it off. They'll come up ice and send it across for Jack Reel, twisting a spin swirl at center ice. Cross ice for Wu. I think his stick was lifted on that one. Oh, it's Villela through the puck. He maintains possession. Past two Fox Motors players, gets it to Wu. Wu tries to get it deep. It's sent back out of the zone by Fox Motors. It'll be Jake Starr picking it up. Shoved into the wall, picked up by Sproul. Sproul cuts to the middle, and he absolutely fires one. A howitzer off the blocker and wide. Covered on the rebound off the backboard by the goaltender for Fox Motors, who is, quite frankly, having a day. Face off to the right of the Fox Motors net. Forced in behind by Carter, rimmed around for Shu. He'll get there first. Pop it to the corner to Paris. A good, hard, physical game here. I'll be honest, a couple of things left go, but left go on both sides. Been a fair, officiated game and an exciting one. It's 1-1. Fox Motors goalie been a big story in this one as Paris breaks free and fires one in. That's stopped and held. Penguins' early goal came on a scrum in front. It's going to take one of those, Army likes to call them, dirty goals. Cinnamon Swirl TV here, bringing you the 2010 Pens Elite against Fox Motors, the final game of Pool C play. Both teams undefeated coming into this one. Both teams have qualified for the playoffs. This is seeding, confidence, and bragging rights. As Starr gets it, he banks it off the boards high. In the zone, and Schubel goes. He plays linebacker in football, and he's being a linebacker on the boards right there, and he comes away with it. Sends it across to Ofteride. Ofteride will lift it towards the net, deflected wide by Filiaggi. Schub in after. Sent back to the blue line, it's Starr. Waiting for his teammates to clear, and he'll dump it in off the boards, but Schub will be there to get it. Schub forcing it further to Evans. Evans shoots one, blocked out front. And back comes Fox Motors. 3-on-2 develops. It's been all Penguins here for a few minutes, but Fox is great on the counterattack. They get control and rim it around. That back in front, cut off by Ofteride. And he'll go up to Armstrong. Armstrong into the zone, right side. Filiaggi unable to hold the line. And the Pens are offside. Evans on the faithful. Knocked into the Fox Motor end. Pressured by Filiaggi and Armstrong. Now it's Evans. Frees it up. It comes off of Filiaggi. It's picked back up by Fox Motors. I love the motor on the Fox Motor players. They stay in every play. Valella pitchforks it out of the zone. Filiaggi waves at it. Evans skates through, gets it back to Filiaggi. Evans is in on sides. He's got Armstrong. Tries once. Armstrong gets a little deep on the second attempt, and it comes back to the point where Starr will keep it in. Armstrong hustling back to send it all the way around. 51 seconds left. Sproul on the ice. Pens complete their line change behind. It'll be Wu and Reel getting out. Kaminsky and Starr on defense. It's sent past Kaminsky. It'll be icing if it's far enough. It will not be. Starr will get there 34 seconds. It'll come free to Jack Reel. He's in on sides. Pressured immediately. Great play by Fox Motors as it comes back for the point man Kaminsky. A bouncing puck just unluckily skips over his stick. Starr will skate in to pick it up. He sends one, but it's off a skate right to Reel's boot. Can he get control? He can't. Fox Motors with it now. And they're going for a tie. They're just going to pin it against the wall and look for a tie. They'll still be the second seed. The Pens will get the number 1 seed coming out of Pool C. A 1-1 tie against Fox Motors. A hard-fought, well-played game by both squads. And the Penguins will head to the playoffs tonight in the 7 o'clock hour. I think 7:05. Anybody confirm 7:05, I think, is the game time. Maybe 7:10. Tune in around the 7 o'clock hour for the first round of the playoffs as the Pens are unbeaten 2-0-1, catching the tie here against the good Fox Motors squad. We'll see you again this evening. Don't forget the 2011's playoffs starting soon as well in the 3 o'clock hour. So join us for that as they're 3-0 headed into the quarterfinal round.